His microphone is on.
Are we going? 3, 2.
What is going down, everybody? It's time for the Hype episode number 147 coming at you, Mojobreak.com. We got some juicy topics today. We're going to talk about Bol Bol. Should you sell? Should you buy? We're going to talk about Fauci breaking records in the sports card game. We're also going to talk Chronicles basketball. We're going to preview that and have a roundtable discussion on the upcoming Chronicles basketball release, which seems just crazy right now. C-Rad, what's going down, dude?
What's up, guys? I'm here. I made it to the main stage. What's up?
You're on the main stage. Dan, what do you got? Some kombucha getting ready there,
I
huh?
got some booch, and I love the way we're sitting right now. I'm like, what, 7, 8 inches taller than you?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that's right.
I'm,
We're all like the same level here.
Well, no. I mean, look at me. I'm huge. I'm the biggest dude in the room.
It's
Finally.
like you did it for Bol Bol specifically, right?
Bol Bol.
Bol Bol.
Better than his dad?
I don't
Too
know.
early? Too soon?
Too soon.
Too soon to tell? But, I mean, he can shoot, which is surprising. I didn't know he can shoot.
His
Kinda-
dad could shoot too, though. Yeah, he hit some
No.
threes.
His dad would take shots. I don't know if he could shoot. Don Nelson wanted everybody to shoot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, we've got some upcoming promos. We've got a free 2-box break that's happening Thursday. So today's Wednesday. If you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, if you're listening to it on Friday, it's too late. But we're doing a Instagram free 2-box NBA break, and it's going to be part of the Sports Card Investor Virtual. So be sure to check that out. Make sure you go on our Instagram and sign up for that. I believe we do have a screen share of that on the main thing. It would be on the right side there. So if you go on our Instagram, there's a post on there that has a free 2-box break. So what you got to do, you got to follow the instructions on there, and then we're going to do the break live tomorrow as part of the Sports Card Investors Virtual. We all missed the National. Sports Card Investors trying to bring the National to you guys. I know Phil Hughes is going to be doing some breaks. They've got StockX doing free stuff. They've got Leighton. They've got Jaspy. They've got live box breaks, and it's going through the week. So I believe it starts. It may even start today, but you're going to want to go on Sports Card Investor site to see the whole schedule of events. Thursday through Sunday. So we're going to be help kicking off the event, and you can see all the free stuff that they're giving away. I know StockX has some coupons that they're giving away. Star Stock's involved. It's a great opportunity to participate and get in on some free stuff where you may not have to spend any of your hard-earned money during the Corona time. Go on the virtual. You see Phil Hughes pulling some stuff. We're going to pull some stuff. So we're excited to do it this way because it's the only choice that we pretty much have. So do you miss the National, Dan?
Well, we would right now. We would be in the thick of it. The National would be going down today. Today would be day one. What I do miss is I miss hanging out with everybody. That's my main thing. I mean, I hang out with you guys all the time. That's cool, but I know you gotta miss all our industry peeps and all that good stuff. So
yeah, a lot of friends that you only see for the year. I mean, C-Rad finally made it out for the first time, and had a crowd of people waiting for his autograph. I mean, just wanting to sit next to the man.
Needs to get in contact with TriStar and basically sell tickets to get autographs. Like
maybe next year.
Maybe a primetime spot like Saturday next year around 4:00.
And then I'm gonna try to finagle my way into getting into not Goodwin Champions, maybe Goodwin Champions, but what is that other set?
Allen and Ginter?
Allen and Ginter. I gotta find my way into that set as well.
I know how you can get in there.
I know, but I don't have that cash.
You do a little donation, right? So, but yeah, we've got some topics today that we're going to be talking about. And what do you guys keep the Bol Bol conversation going? What do you think about Bol Bol? What is your thoughts? This man is extremely tall, 7'1", I believe. He's a little smaller than his dad, but he's got so much hype around him now. What is your thoughts on Bol Bol?
Me personally, in the draft last year, when he kept falling and falling, because remember, this guy was projected to go at least top 20, I think maybe even higher. I was I kept hoping he would drop to the Warriors, and then the Warriors pick came up. They passed on him. I was like, ah. I mean, eventually, I'm happy with the guys they picked up, but I really wanted a guy like Bol Bol. I was intrigued by his potential most of all, and we've seen some of that in the early scrimmage games. So yeah, I think and as far as investing in him, I think it's still I still think it's early. You can still get in. The thing with him is that not a lot of people have graded his cards yet, so there's a huge market for his graded cards right now. If you're able to get that in, because nobody really graded his cards before.
But do you guys think that he has lasting like investment possibilities? I feel like to me it's he's like a flash in the pan. Like you might as well, move it now. I mean, you could see these prices on the screen. I think a month ago his auto sold for $1, or his silver sold for $1, and then recently it sold for $140. So you had a 140% increase on a silver, just because of a couple preseason games. Do you think that this lasts? What do you think?
I think you got to move it. I think you got to strike while the iron's hot. And the one thing he will be doing is he's going to be taking minutes away from your boy.
Oh, MPJ?
He may be the face of the franchise now. They've been looking for a face. They may got a face.
He could be the legs of the franchise.
He could be the legs. He could be the arms. He could be the face.
MPJ is the face of the franchise,
but he isn't though.
He just needs to stop talking about political stuff right now, because it's not a good look for him. I mean, everybody has their opinions and they're entitled to them, but I feel like with MPJ, you kind of gotta get some rep under your belt before you got to be like a Kyrie before you can start.
Yeah, at least like a Kyrie, maybe, but like even better if you're somebody like a LeBron, right? So
then
somebody
will
take you a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, I mean, he's still trying to earn his rep, right? Yeah. So your thoughts on Bol Bol, C-Rad, is that you think that it is a sound investment at this point?
Yeah, I'm with the group that thinks that, I mean, obviously the people that have got a bunch of them and just want to sell them raw, you're going to make good money right now. But with no graded cards of him in the market, I feel like there's a with the way the market is going to as well, I feel like there's going to be some potential to make even more with him. And the reason being is that how many minutes will he actually be getting, in this upcoming reopening of the league? How many minutes will he actually be getting? And then, throughout the whole until next year, people are going to be wondering what's his ceiling, what's his potential? So there's that gap, I think, where you could make even more money grading his cards and then selling them.
The crazy thing is that he was in the G League all year. Like he wasn't even being talked about coming up to the squad, and he it wasn't until the reboot that he was doing scrimmaging and practicing with the team, and probably with the preparing for maybe some guys having to go out because of COVID. You got to have depth. Now you got to have guys who you can basically bring up and plug them in. So, but I know like for the first 3, 4, 5 months of the season, he was a G League guy.
Now, do you think it's because the Nuggets do have a legitimate shot this year that people are investing in them?
Yes, I do think so. They definitely have a legitimate shot. They've been a contending team in the West for a couple of years now, a legitimate contending team. They've always just been missing that one piece, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Is that one piece Bol Bol? Is that
I don't know if it's Bol Bol. I don't know if it's MPJ.
It's not.
I don't know if they're gonna find it.
It's not MPJ. We know that. Doug doesn't, but we know.
I mean, I feel like Jokic is
MPJ,
the face
baby.
I feel like Jokic is the face of the Nuggets. He at his best, he could be the top 5 player in the league. But they are still missing that piece to get over that hump to get a championship. I feel like so.
Well, they got Jamal Murray. Obviously, he's a beast. They've got Jokic.
Talented guard, yep.
I mean, they're deep.
Melo?
Great center.
Melo's on the Blazers.
Melo's on the Blazers,
right.
yeah.
So I know I knew he came back. I was like, where did he go again?
That'd be a great story if he went back to the Nuggets, finished out his career there, though.
Yeah.
So what are they, the third or without it in front of me, what are they, the third or the fourth seed right now?
They're one of the top seeds in the West right now. Yeah, I would say if I had to just guess fourth. Let me double check here. I can see right here. I have the standings. They are the 3rd seed, right behind the Clippers and the Lakers. So they have a legit. That's the thing where I question how many minutes he will actually get, because they're gonna rely on the guys that that they've been relying on all year, and I don't know if the minutes are gonna be there for Bol Bol necessarily in the playoffs.
Well, let's talk buy and sell, and I want to hear you guys' comments in the chat. We already kind of mentioned a little bit about the buying and selling. I want to hear your guys' comment. Please comment on the video, and make sure you're subscribed here on Mojobreak Media and our Mojobreak channels that we have. For me, on a buy and sell, I'm selling. I've talked to, and I said this in the chat yesterday for you guys that are watching our breaks, and if you want to get into a break, check out mojobreak.com. But I look at it like this. A lot of the guys that get shoe deals from Nike kind of also are the guys that sell well in the hobby. And I think what you see is that guys that are average height in the NBA, which is like 6'6", tend to have more fans for the simple fact that you can go out like Steph Curry and you can shoot a three. You can't go out to a court and do what Bol Bol's doing. You're not going to come in the lane and just block everything. You're not going to be able to dunk on your tippy toes. So that, to me, that's why I don't think long-term he's a great investment. If I had any silvers, which I might, I should probably dig through my stuff to make sure, any Bol Bol I have. I am capitalizing right now. I think the guy, honestly, is really, really thin. He probably weighs less than me, and he's a whole foot taller than me, maybe a foot and an inch taller than me. So I'm moving his cards. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got some good points there. I'm probably moving as well. This industry, this hobby, like when something's hot, 99% of the time, I think you flip it at that point. I think you could look at all the Project 2020, and that is a prime example. And not long ago, it was a couple months ago,
right?
That everybody who was like, no, I'm not going to sell my Ichiro. I'm going to hold on to it, even though it's selling for like $1,500. I'm going to hold on to it. It's going to go up. Well, I'm pretty sure you can get them for $50, $60 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the extreme, but I mean, the only guy in this rookie class that I am really, if I had something I'm holding on to is probably Ja, because I actually think that guy is going to be one of the best players. I think in 10 years we're going to look at it and go, Zion was good, but he's no Ja.
Whoa, hot take.
I know.
Zion's good, but he's no Ja.
No Ja.
We should, you know what? We should start time-stamping some of this stuff so we can revisit it later. I think you just crushed the people's dreams.
Yeah.
But would you rather have a Bol Bol rookie card or a Manute Bol rookie card?
That's a good question.
Bol Bol. We know Manute Bol. I know he led the league in blocks a couple years, but I don't know, man. I loved Manute Bol, but I think Bol Bol. That's a lot of bowls. Manute Bol, Bol Bol. And
then you have Maker now?
Maker, Don Maker. I'd go Bol Bol. I'd think there's more upside there. There's more uncertainty. He looks like he's athletic. I mean, I know he's like a thin dude, but he can shoot. I didn't know he can shoot. Kind of like after Zion's first game. I didn't know Zion could shoot.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that they were saying about Bol Bol was that he could shoot a little bit better, obviously better than his dad. But for me, I'm a little bit of a gambler, so I'll say like I wouldn't sell right now. I'll be buying Bol Bol if I was if I really believed in him.
His dad could shoot. His dad did shoot, but have you ever seen his dad shoot?
Yeah.
The shot,
weird.
It didn't look good.
Didn't look as good.
It didn't look like Curry.
Yeah,
didn't look like Ray Allen.
So you're going to take a Bol Bol over a Manute Bol rookie?
Yeah, I'll take a Bol Bol.
Which it was hard for me to do some research on a Manute Bol rookie, but I did find one.
What year was
it was 86, 87. Really? So the ever so popular Michael Jordan rookie year. Okay. And a raw one recently sold for $4. So I don't know. I think I'd rather have the Manute Bol personally. I like the design. I think there's just more iconicness about it. I think next year we're not going to be
proving himself.
Yeah, that did.
To be a good player.
Was he Wizards?
Yeah, he was on the Wizards. Bullets, but Wizard bullets.
The Wizard bullets.
I mean, and like I said, he's more iconic to me. Is that? I think if we fast forward to next year, hopefully we're not in Corona times anymore, but I don't think we're talking about Bol Bol anymore. I think he's just either a guy coming off the bench or a guy that's maybe overseas or a guy that's been in the G League. That's what I think personally.
But like what C-Rad was saying, I think he would have been a first rounder. I think he had some injury issues late in the season, and he was he went to Oregon. He's a Pac-12 guy.
Injury scare.
And I remember hearing about him. I got some buddies who are Oregon fans, and they were talking a pretty big game on him. So I thought for sure he would be a first rounder. He would have been a first rounder if he didn't get injured. So Also thought the Warriors would pick him if he did drop.
Dude, he kept dropping, and then the Warriors pick came up, and then I was like, please, Bol, drop.
But I think the
Bol.
Warriors looked, because what did they ended up getting Pascal. And I think they looked at what their needs were, and he probably fit their needs more than
they probably were scared
Bol Bol.
of the injury thing too. So
yeah, you never know. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the best-selling Topps Now card of all time. Records were shattered. 51,512 copies of the Anthony Fauci Topps Now card. Craziness. And even Fauci went on record saying that the baseball gods had blessed him by having this card sell for so many, for as many copies as it did. If you're not familiar with how the Topps Now works, they basically put it up there for, I believe it's either 24 or 48 hours, depending on what card it is. And as many copies that are purchased is as many copies as they print. So you can look at it as you have one of them, you have 1 in 51,000. So crazy to think about. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. Do you think it's because of Fauci and his personality, or do you think it's the coronavirus card? Like 20 years from now, that card will signify the times. And it was him throwing out the first pitch for the season. So he literally threw out the first pitch of the season. So I'll start with Dan. Do you think it's him, or do you think it's the moment in time?
It's a timestamp in time, is what it is. But I don't know. Do we all want to remember the coronavirus time? Like, I want to forget about it.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I don't need something to remind me of. I got my hair. I look in the mirror every day, and I'm reminded that.
But are you still going to have that hair 20 years from now? You could have a Fauci card, to remind you, to humble you.
The way it's going, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a haircut in 20 years. I have no idea. So I was blown away that they sold 50,000 copies of it. I think it actually might have been more that baseball was back, and a combination of it being Dr. Fauci. But I think it had to do with everybody. All eyeballs were on baseball. There were so many people who were excited to see it back. It gave everybody a sense of normalcy for a little while.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? What do you think? Did you even know that until I brought it up?
I did not know that.
It's crazy, right?
It is crazy. Yeah, I think the same thing you guys are saying. It's the moment that we're in, and it being something kind of different, right? We've seen that with Top 2020. People enjoy the different ways to collect in baseball. So I don't know. It's
And there's some theories going around about it. I took some screenshots of some early eBay sales. So somebody asking $199 for one, which I believe these come out at what, $399? You can get them as low as $399 if you buy them in bulk.
I thought it was like for one. I thought it was $10.
No, I think you can get. We should have had my research done before we started the show.
Okay. Well, it's not.
Does anybody in the know in the
not
chat?
$200.
It's not $200. Let's make that very clear. So this person's trying to get it for $200 as a pre-sale. But if you go to the slide that we have on the screen, which is actually perfect, there was one that sold for $139, and then there was another that sold for $4.69. Same card. There's no variations here. So there's some rumors going around on Twitter and social media that this is becoming like a shill bid situation, that maybe somebody bought 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 copies and they're basically trying to set the market. It's kind of crazy seeing some of these sales. I think you need a lot more of the sales at the 139 mark to move the mark, similar to what Project 2020 did. What are your thoughts? And how much are you paying for this card?
$4.
Yeah, man, I feel this screams manipulation, just like Project 2020 to me. Like, I don't really know. I haven't really been following this at all. The prices of what they've been going for on eBay, but like, why? Why $130 from $4 card? What?
I mean, it got a lot of national attention, similar to Project 2020, maybe even more national attention than Project 2020 got, because if you search it on Google, you see all the media outlets that ran the story. So Yahoo, ESPN, all of them. Anybody that's involved in sports ran the story. So I don't know. Is it the FOMO? People are trying to take advantage of the FOMO. Oh, you missed out. You want this card now. It's too late to order from Topps. I'm going to go on eBay. Maybe you get a few people that click on your $199 buy it now. I don't know how the returns would work at that point once you realize that you may be able to get one for $10. So we'll see how this plays out. But there's 51,000 of them, so it's not short printed whatsoever. I'm leaning towards manipulation. I think you even said somebody on Twitter thinks that there's the same bidder going on some of these.
Yeah, it looks like there's, based on the feedback number, it looks like it might be the same bidders going back and forth, which is pretty typical of somebody trying to shill bid and market manipulation. You got to remember there's 50,000 of them. So there's like, if you really want this card, wait about 2 months. This card will not appreciate. It will not be a $200 card. Just wait. And I guess, was this like a stealth show? Were we like not scheduled to do this? Because Jay August is like, what up?
No, we just blocked it on Jeff's computer. So
Oh, okay.
I basically got the IP address of Jeff, and I made sure it didn't show up because I didn't want you coming in the chat and talking about the Reds and the Cubs or something like that. So, but no, it kind of a stealth show. We didn't know if the setup was going to get going today. So until we get kind of more regular.
Yeah, and we have
like a bowel
C-Rad
movement,
actually. We have C-Rad on camera. This
On
time,
camera.
hanging out on the big boy table, and he's willing to talk about Chicago Mexican food. He knows about it.
No, I'll go have some California Mexican food.
I'll be lucky to have any Mexican food these days, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
geez. It was the first time that I went out for dinner was to a Mexican food restaurant, Pedro's, and I mean, it could have probably been really bad, but I was so like stoked to go somewhere that I absolutely loved it. So, Jeff says, "Oh my God, get off your phone, C-Rad." He's working. He's trying to sell out breaks, Jeff. I mean, are you paying his salary?
They're all pretty much sold out.
This is a podcast first, anyways, Jeff. Nobody's watching me on my phone through the audio. Am I right?
It's true. Most of our listeners do come via audio. So, but we're trying to change that. We do have Mojobreak Media, so make sure you guys subscribe there. Obviously, the audio versions on all the podcast networks. Thank you to all of our subscribers for hanging with us on 147 episodes in. I remember when we started doing our show in 2010, basically there was like 2 or 3 podcasts. Now I think there's like 500 sports card podcasts. And I think that we could have literally a ticker of how many sports card podcasts are keep going. There'll be another one every minute.
I think we have actually had 4 separate ones.
Yeah.
I think we have actually had 4 separate podcasts.
Yep. I think we've had Sports Card Live. We've had just the Mojobreak
the Mojobreak podcast.
Yep. So, but I think last topic that we're going to talk about today is going to be Chronicles basketball coming out this Friday. And it's crazy. If you look at the online retailers, I don't even know if any of them have it up. It is, I think it's trending towards $800, $900 a box.
The last price I saw was $9K for a case, but that was like maybe a week ago.
Bruh.
That is crazy.
Man, every time I talk about it, like, we don't need another Chronicles. I'm done with Chronicles. Are you done with Chronicles? Obviously, nobody is done with Chronicles. Everybody wants more Chronicles. The one thing that's going to be different about this one, I think they're actually including silvers of players who didn't have silvers.
Yep. Yes. Both Optic and Prism. So I think we talked about
and
it.
Traded players too.
And traded players. Yeah. So you're gonna get. I think the big draw is Kendrick Nunn. He's gonna have his first Prisms and his first Optics. You're also gonna have your boy from the Raptors, Terrence Davis. I need to remember that because I'm gonna try to buy some Raptor spots. And I think that the draw for it too is that you got the Gala number to 8s. You've got the Cornerstone 1-1. So you could. There's a lot of different variables for Zion, for Ja, for all these rookies, just like you saw with Chronicles football. And I think they keep improving the Chronicles brand. Is it worth as much that they're selling it for?
I don't know, man.
I gotta wait and see.
You sold me $900. What a deal! How much a box? $900 a box?
I think that's where it's coming out
That's
at.
giving it away. Giving it away. It's so much value. Actually, it's funny. We were doing personal box of Mosaic, and Doug opened it up, and I think that actually went through the roof. We didn't update our price. I think we sold it for $700, but it's up at like $1,200 now, right? $1,200 Mosaic hobby. And
how many did you guys sell?
But
Just
he
two.
opened
That's
up a
it.
box and he pulled it was like a LeBron silver, a Giannis stained glass, and like another big card. And I'm like, that's why it's $1,200.
Yeah,
because those 3 cards are probably $1,200.
Yeah.
It's literally insane.
And Chronicles has that potential because there are the different brands in it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a thrill of the chase of like, what Zion are you gonna get? What jaw are you gonna get?
I got a quick question, and we've been seeing the spike in LeBron James cards this year because it's his first true Lakers LeBron James cards.
Right.
Mhm.
What happens next year with LeBron James cards? Is there still like a spike, or they go back to the old LeBron James cards where he was just on the Cavaliers?
I'll take this one first. I think at this point in LeBron's career, people are just going to be looking for any of his cards, anticipating them. Like the people are going to be like guessing like which is which card, which insert, which base is going to be the one to chase. 15, 20 years down the line, just like people are with the Jordans, right? Like the Jordan, certain inserts, die cuts, refractors, PMGs. You know what I mean? So that's what people are doing right now because a lot of people are realizing, obviously LeBron's in the twilight of his career. He has maybe like 5 good years left or something. So I think people are now starting to be like, which cards can I collect LeBron that are going to be the ones that long term are going to go up in value. So what happens is everybody is just buying whatever LeBron they can, which
Right.
drives up all the prices of all of his cards.
Man, if he plays 5 more years, that means he may be able to play with Bronny.
I think that's his goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Let's
that.
play it. Well, I mean, Bronny has to get drafted.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
That's true.
you don't just get drafted because
Well, you might get
The king-
drafted just because you might
because-
well, then
because
again,
you're
Jordan's
the-
kid's gonna get
because-
drafted. So, yeah.
because the king is your papa. You don't just get drafted based on that, do you?
Yeah.
I guess if there's any guy who is going to get drafted because of that, it would be LeBron James's kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, we're on.
Jinx.
Yeah. You owe me a soda or whatever.
Yeah,
What's
I
that
think it's
game?
Yomi a Coke.
You owe me
Too
a Coke.
taxi. No takes backs.
Jinx. But the LeBron is an interesting case because you got to remember he is an Upper Deck exclusive. So when we were talking about Giannis, if you listen to the old podcast, we can't believe the Giannis cards are selling for so much, and it's like 6th, 7th year on it. Giannis. Once LeBron retires, unless something changes and Upper Deck folds or sells to Panini, there will no longer be any cards of LeBron once he's retired. Look at Jordan. There's no Jordan cards in Panini for that same reason. The only reason LeBron is in Panini cards is because Panini has the NBA Players Association license. So they're able to use that image. So once it's gone, there's not going to be any more legend variations of LeBron being printed. So that could add to the fact. I think some of the collectors obviously know that, and they're buying these stained glass at a high price.
Not even base, right?
Right, because they won't have nothing.
Yeah, because if
Gone.
he's not actively playing, they can't actively use his image.
Yeah,
No,
but
I mean to the
that's-
point where they can't even have it in the background. I mean, Upper Deck was suing Panini for, I believe, having a card of Scottie Pippen with Jordan in the background, like faded away.
There you go. That's another that just adds to
But
what I was saying.
there's some speculation going on there because you don't know what can happen with the license.
That's true.
Right.
Not saying that like Upper Deck would get the basketball license or anything like that, but you just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You also don't know what if LeBron ends up going to a Panini and being Panini exclusive? I mean, there's a lot of variables that could happen. To say that when he retires, he's never going to have a basketball card again.
I would say it's likely. Obviously, you never know. Like Dan said, you never know. I would say just based off of seeing how LeBron and his business partners, how they move and how they deal with their partnerships and stuff. I feel like they're pretty loyal guys. So they may just stay true to Upper Deck just because
Right.
that they brought Anthony. They're trying to bring Anthony Davis to Upper Deck. Like all the guys under Rich Sport, Rich is it Clutch Rich Sports or whatever.
Yeah, Rich Paul.
Yeah, all his clients are going to following LeBron's lead, and like I said, they've been pretty loyal with all their partnerships. So hopefully, I'm a basketball collector, so I want to see LeBron autographs wearing pro uniforms, right? I want to see that one day. But the likelihood of it is pretty low, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, and that's something to consider. I mean, we even have a kind of a standstill with Kobe cards, right? So I think we've talked about this before as well. But the estate of Kobe probably has to make a decision on what they're going to do with his likeness as well. So if you've seen any of the new releases, you do have not any Kobe base, nothing. He's gone. He's non-existent. And we're obviously so used to having Kobe cards in every release, whether it be an autograph or an insert and stuff like that. I mean, stained glass Kobe and mosaic. Could you imagine? Yeah. I mean, it might be close to LeBron numbers. So, but let's go back to Chronicles. So I was looking over, on one of the websites here. So some of the designs that we have in Chronicles, unfortunately, I don't have any of the images, but we have the titanium draft position. Mm-hmm. So those will be numbered, I believe, to their number of their draft positions.
So there's a couple, just like last year, actually, those were in last year too. There's a couple variations of the titanium. The main one is the draft order. So obviously the Zion's going to be the hardest one to get with the 101. But there also is a variation, I believe, on their jersey number. And,
so Zion would be a 101 on that.
Yeah, so Zion's would be the hardest guy to hit. But yeah, there's a couple variations of titanium, but the main one is still the Gala number 8. Gala used to be a standalone product. I think they ended that line in 15-16. Mm-hmm. And then they just started inserting them into random sets before they made Chronicles in 17-18. And it's a base card only numbered to 8. It's a highly sought after, people chase it like crazy. So,
if you had to make a prediction on the Zion Gala, if you just off the cuff, what do you think that thing's going for?
Based off the Spectra Color Blast, I'm gonna say between 15 and 20K.
Jesus. And it didn't take off very well in football. It's starting to climb up, but basketball Gala has collectors. Love the Gala. And I'm interested to find out what Dan has to say, because he's taking that in like his kombucha and he's sucking it all in, and he's got something to say.
I don't have anything to say.
You don't?
I don't. Don't buy it for $15,000.
Get off your lawn.
Get out.
But get out of here. There's only 8 in the world, Dan. You can have one of them.
But there'll be another product that will only have 8.
But it won't have the Gala logo on it.
Yeah, it won't look good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
that's the card?
That is the card.
It kind of looks like shit. You know what I'm saying? It kind of looks stupid.
Now I can't click it's made for kids. Thanks.
Sorry.
Now it has to not be for kids anymore.
Sorry.
It's all right.
It's not a kid show.
But some of the sets that they've included is Crusade, Essentials, Gala, Illusions, Limited, Luminance, Majestic, Marquee, Panini. So base Panini. I don't know why they keep trotting that back out. Who cares?
No, it in the game.
Playbook, Prestige, Rookies and Stars is in blasters only. Score is in the fat packs only. Threads, Titanium, and Vanguard.
Did
we miss Vanguard?
Getting back to this Gala card.
Yeah.
Right? The Color Blast I get. Mm-hmm. That is a sharp looking card. What is it about this card that would justify a $15,000 or $20,000?
Well, the Color Blasts are not numbered for one.
Yeah,
so
but
I don't know how you go to the Color Blast over the Gala.
Because that card looks good.
Okay, but
what is it? It looks like a yearbook photo, right? Black and white yearbook photo, and then his number and him dribbling.
It looks awesome. It looks amazing.
No, it does not. It does not look amazing.
What do you think?
I'm in the middle of both you guys. I understand the appeal. I mean, I was a big fan of Gala when the product was still alive. Big fan. I broke so much Gala, basketball and football Gala. And there's actually, if you trace the origins of why this base card blew up, it started on the forums. Somebody that was loved to go after certain low numbered sets. He kind of got the ball rolling, telling people these are going to be the lowest numbered rookie card you're going to get this year. And for those that know what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about on the forums. They'd be like, this is going to be the lowest numbered rookie card you'll be able to get in 15-16, right? So it's like, this is the lowest numbered Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, and Kristaps you're going to be able to get all year. There's going to be nothing lower numbered than this for a true base rookie card. And at the time, there wasn't as many products that had low numbered base cards like that. So that's just a little basic backstory of the origins of why that card is popular. And as we know, in basketball, when something becomes a tradition, actually in just sports cards in general, even with Bowman with the true blue and the true colorways, the true refractors, when something becomes a tradition, it's people got that in their head, year after year after year. So it's hard to like kind of like break people from that. Even though the design may like not look as good the following year or something.
I don't see the gala as being a tradition though. I know
but it only started. It's only a recent one
because you're just not part of the cool kids club.
Well, that obviously, I mean, that's true, but like the Galactic, I get.
Yeah.
The golds and the
from the eye appeal
golds
standpoint, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, but the Color Blast, amazing looking card.
Yeah.
But I don't see if this card wasn't say it wasn't numbered and it wasn't numbered to 8.
Mm-hmm.
It would be and it's hard because if it's a Zion, it's going to go for a crazy amount anyway. But let's say that like it's a
number 99.
No, let's say it's not numbered.
Okay.
And
just another base.
Just another insert that you get, one in every 8 to 12 packs.
Mm.
What do you think it would sell for at that point?
Not nowhere anywhere.
Well, it wouldn't obviously sell for like 15 grand, but it would it should sell for like $25, $35. But if it
just give me all of them.
And where we're at right now, it's probably an $800 card.
Yeah.
$500 card. I mean, I don't know. Like we're all making up numbers that like don't even make sense.
I think he's if the Color Blast sells for $20K, this card may exceed that. It's numbered to 8. And one thing I think what they did smart too is the 8. The 8 is the lucky number. So and there's no variations of it. There's no 1-of-1. It's just there's 8 different copies and that's it. The Color Blast you got to keep in mind too is that did they keep any Color Blast for
a rainy day
for replacements, right? How many Color Blasts could there be out there later? I know they're super rare, 1 in 10 cases, but this is when you're holding it, it is 1 of 8, 2 of 8, 3 of 8, 4 of 8.
But we're not valuing the design. I think
I am.
No, you can't look at that card and say, man, if I had 15 grand, that would be the one I would buy. The Gala.
If I was a big Zion collector, I would have to have it.
No, you would get 15. You would buy another Zion card. You can't look at that design and go, that is the creme de la creme right there.
No, but Gala has the street cred. You walked in the National when they have one again, and you like, bam. People are going to go, whoa.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
100%. You go. Maybe if you go into a baseball section, no. But if you're going to a basketball collector section and you drop the Zion Gala out there,
right on the corner,
super flex.
you got it in the mag, bro. You're just like you just put it down there at the table,
and people are like, "I give you $30."
No, it gets true basketball collectors' nipples hard, and if they get excited for seeing that card. It's probably equivalent of if you walked in with a Mojo Prism of Zion. It's probably the equivalent.
Well, now that's something I can get behind though. Just name alone, that's a pretty serious card.
But
I love the Mojo Refractor.
Am I right? I mean,
no, you're not.
I'm trying to get some feedback from the crowd.
You guys, I see both your points. From an eye appeal standpoint, it's not the prettiest base card. I don't mind the design. But it's definitely a tier below like something like a Color Blast.
If I am gonna spend 15
design
grand,
wise.
I need to like the way the card looks.
Yeah.
I need to be like, not only is it short printed, it's the player I want, but I need to be excited about the design. And that is a card that doesn't get me excited. Obviously, it's got major street cred. I think. I think Doug's he's gonna buy one. He's gonna get one in a little like encrusted in a chain and wear it around
with my velour suit. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be like I'm gonna have one side my Gemini 10 Jordan, the other side a Gala Zion, and you know what? I'm gonna be the most popular guy on the block. That's what you don't get about the Gala and the street cred.
Actually, I don't think there's any street cred in trading cards.
No. Well, what about in the community of
okay, in the community, but I'm like,
I'm not saying you're gonna walk out.
Street cred.
You're talking like
we're in the
street
hypothetical street cred here. Hypothetical street cred.
Talking about community hobby street cred.
Okay, that's different. Like you're acting like you're just gonna. I mean, you can't go out to the club because there is no clubs. But
what about that guy? You're right. What about that guy that wore the Ben Simmons 99, the 101 gold around his neck? Remember?
I didn't see
to
that.
show it off. Remember we did a show about it.
Oh yes,
He turned down the $100,000. Yeah, the gold standard. He turned down $100,000 for the card, and then he said he was wearing it around his neck, walking around with it or something. to show it off.
See, and that street cred. That guy's got it. He's got the swag.
He's got the swag.
He's got the swag.
So you can join some breaks of Chronicles at Mojobreak.com. We have PYTs, and I added some randoms, and I'm probably lower than a lot of people.
They're gonna go fast, boys.
Probably gonna get an
They're gonna
email
go fast.
from another breaker saying you're too low. So definitely get in on those. The first two at that price. $149 for a 6-box random team. There's only 10 left. Number one already. I literally just put these up. So only 10 left. 149 spots. It's gonna break Friday. We'll probably add some more. We may do some mixers with it. We don't have a whole lot of it, but we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 6 cards per box, or 6 packs per box. Sorry.
6 cards per box.
And I was like, dang. 8 cards per pack. So you're looking at 48 cards each box, and you're looking at 2 autos. And, the autos may become an afterthought, right? I mean, unless you get a nice Zion one, but people are going to be going after all those inserts we're talking about, correct?
Yeah. There were nice autograph, certain autograph that people were chasing Luke and Trey, like the XR is a really sought after one from last year, the XR patch auto. What's another one? Yeah, the Chronicles, not the Chronicles, the Cornerstones one is very popular. So
They had XR basketball.
XR.
They had XR in that.
XR design last year.
Stupid.
We could have a whole other episode on what brands don't cross over to the other sports.
Yeah.
And XR probably only is football mainly, right? I mean, it doesn't really cross over.
Well, I mean,
How about-
it's
how
one
about-
of the most popular ones in Chronicles basketball last year, the XR one.
How about Playbook? Didn't they have Playbook hockey?
They did.
That was a thing.
Mhm.
That was the last year of Panini's hockey license. They came out with Playbook hockey.
I don't know if there was playbook in last year's Chronicles, so it might be new.
Yeah, and so I can't find any of the major online retailers have 0 Chronicles up. You can't buy a box, can't buy a case, can't even buy a pack right now. So those will be posted on Friday. And from what I could see, there's some couple eBay sellers that are selling boxes at $900. So we'll have to see how the content comes out. So that's why when I post things a little early, I'm like, I lean a little bit more towards give you guys some value, not go to that level that they're selling in the box. So some of you guys that have, $10,000, $20,000 to spend on Chronicles, you might get a case. But if not, join a group break, $149 a spot. You may even be able to get a bargain team. You may even be able to get the Nuggets for, $70, $80 in a 6-box break. So definitely check out the site. We're going to be probably running that with some Spectra, I'm assuming. Maybe do some mixers with it over the weekend. So we'll probably have at least one Chronicles break every day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at least. So keep checking back because I know they're going to go really, really quick. So I think that's it for the show. Do you guys want to add anything? Anything else you guys want to talk about before we end the show?
Nah, I'm
That's
good.
it? You good?
You like that pause?
I love Galactics.
Yeah.
Galactics.
Museum collection. That came out.
That came out, and Elite Football today as
Elite
well.
football came out. So,
So we do have. I know we're like looking into Friday, but we do have 2 new
you got
releases.
to live in the now. You got to
Yeah.
live in the now. Live in today.
And Elite looks pretty good. There's like 2 on-card autos per box. Pen pals. They're in their uniform. They photoshopped them in nice. You don't even see the numbers, so you just see the jersey, and it's on card. And guys got some nice autos.
Clean design on the pin pals. I just looked at them outside.
Yeah, so you guys can get in on that today, as well as some museum. If that second that 6-box number 2 of museum hasn't filled up, you might want to grab a team because the first one was pretty bad. So there's probably got to be a case hit or 2 in the second one. Just some insider information. Is it already sold out?
Everything today is sold out except for the last mixer of the day and NT football random number.
Gotcha. Okay.
Numbers is low.
Well, that's what you're getting in today. There's an NT football random number, which is a few left, and then the mixer at the end of the night. But other than that, we are out. Make sure you subscribe to Mojobreak Media, please. That's where all the content's going to be. We're going to have some great spoof videos. We may even get C-Rad doing his debut rap album.
I'll put it on there.
We'll do it.
I don't think it's going to be spoof videos. I'm going to take them very seriously.
Well, we're going to take it very seriously. We're going to make you guys laugh, at least attempt to. But other than that, we're out for the day. Stay here for the breaks. We'll be jumping in on the breaks here soon with C-Rad, and we'll see you guys on next week's show of the Hype. Peace.
Peace. I love Galactic.
Oh, you didn't.